Hello. All right, I'm going to give you the scoop today. I'm going to give you all the answers. Which diet is absolutely best for weight loss? Is it keto? Is it paleo? Is it vegan? Gotta keep watching to find out. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so here we are. The best weight loss plan that is out there. Is it paleo? I don't know, maybe. Is it keto? Could be. Is it vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, omnivore, pescatarian? I don't know, could be. No, really. Really, guys, it doesn't matter. Nutrition has somewhat become a religion of sorts. People get very offended if you talk about whichever program they're on in a bad way, or you disagree with them, and it shouldn't be that way, okay? Your nutrition is your choice, and what works for some people may not work for others. Just because your best friend is doing some plan doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the best plan for you, okay? So here are the 4 keys to the best weight loss plan that is out there. Because again, as I say in almost all of my videos, my talks, everything, it's not about the weight loss. It's about sustaining the weight loss, okay? We can all drop weight. We have a really hard time sustaining the weight loss, okay? So you want to look for these 4 factors in what plan that you decide, and this will help you to sustain the weight loss. This is the keys to it, okay? So first and foremost, you must be able to be compliant, all right, to the plan. So there's a saying that compliance is science when it comes to weight loss. Being able to be compliant to your plan makes you successful with your plan, okay? Number 2 is being adherent to the plan, okay? Able to stick to the plan, all right? If it's something, that you keep, every weekend you keep going off plan, or you do really good for 2 or 3 days and then you have a day off plan, or maybe you do well for 2 weeks but then you have a whole week off. Whatever that cycle looks like, if you're unable to be adherent to your plan for a long period of time, it's not the plan for you, okay? It is not suitable for your lifestyle. That doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad plan, it's just not a good plan for you. So you need to think about that. If you're doing a new plan and it's very hard for you to stay on track, stay compliant, not blow it to shit on the weekends or whatever it is that you have a habit of doing, you really need to think about adjusting the plan and maybe find something that slows things down a little bit more for you, maybe it's not so restrictive, so that you have a little bit more flexibility. It's going to take you longer probably to get to where you are, but if you're okay with that and then still having the flexibility to live life a little bit, that's great. That's the plan for you, okay? Because again, it shouldn't be, weight loss is not a sprint. It is a marathon. It is a long journey, okay? When you go long and slow and get the weight off, you're taking time to learn your body, learn foods, learn how to fuel your food, how to fuel your body, how you feel when you eat certain foods. You start to become much more aware and educated on food. That in and of itself leads to a sustained weight loss. So just take your time with it, okay? Now with that said, any new plan that you're starting, I always compare it to like a new job, right? Any new plan is going to be a little bit, I don't want to say difficult in the beginning, but there is going to be a learning curve, right? Like you take a new job, you're excited about the new job, you know you're going to like that new job, but initially you have to learn the new policies, the new procedures, you have to learn how the operations, the logistics of the companies, the day in and day out stuff, right? There's a little bit of a learning curve before you get your flow and you get to moving. So there's going to be that with any plan that you pick. But if it's extremely hard, if you can't stay compliant, if you can't be adherent to the program for any length of time, it's not the program for you. You need to look at something else, okay? Next, is it sustainable? And this goes right into what I just said with the adherent. Are you able to sustain this? Is this something you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life, okay? If this is not something that you can see yourself doing more than 2-3 months at a time, it's not the plan for you. The only thing that it's going to do is put you right back in that cycle of maybe losing a little bit of weight. You integrate regular life back in, go back into some of your old things that you do, habits, whatever it may be. The weight is gonna come back on, okay? So find something that is sustainable. And again, if you go slow, take your time. Stop being in such a rush to drop weight really quick because you didn't put that weight on really quick. take your time and go slow. You're gonna be so much happier. You're gonna stop starting over. Stop starting over, okay? So we wanna find something, again, that is a lifestyle, all right? So with this said, compliance, adherence, sustainability, and lifestyle, that could be keto for you. That could be paleo for your neighbor, and that could be vegan for your sister, okay? It doesn't matter. I work with clients that have all kinds of eating preferences. I don't care what you choose to eat. I do care about the quality of it. So if we're a vegan, I'm gonna make sure we're getting the highest quality foods under a vegan diet. We're properly supplementing because we're not getting animal protein. So we're missing out on a lot of nutrients that come from animal protein. So I'm gonna make sure that we're getting that in other foods and supplements. If we're paleo and we're reducing carbohydrates, I'm gonna work with them on finding things to get in to help them keep their energy level up, to work on wherever they're lacking in that diet. And then keto, you know, if they're high fat, low carb, we're gonna work on that too, but we're gonna make sure it's good sources of fat. There's nothing that drives me more crazy when I see somebody saying, I'm doing keto, and they're eating a cheeseburger with bacon and, you know, a side of avocado smothered in, I don't even know. And I'm just like, just because it's a low carb does not mean you can eat all the shitty fats that you want to. You are still going to end up with some sort of health risks, something going on when you eat like that. So it's about the quality of the food, guys, the quality of the food. With that said, I don't think any of these really honestly are sustainable or long-term type plans, because when you eliminate a specific food group, it makes it very, very hard for sustainability. Maybe some vegan, vegetarians, but if you are doing vegan or vegetarian correctly, you have done your research and you have a very strong plan going into it. As I said, when you don't consume any animal protein, you are actually lacking a lot of nutrients and minerals. You need to make sure that you are getting those nutrient minerals either through supplementation, food choices, whatever it may be. But there is a lot of preparation, planning, and thinking to being a healthy, fully, you know, nutrient dense type diet if you are vegan or vegetarian. Paleo and keto, I just don't, you know, completely, they cut back on eliminating carbs and other food groups that there's nothing wrong with, guys. I've said this before, there is nothing, not one particular food group makes you gain weight. Protein doesn't make you gain weight, fat doesn't in and of itself doesn't make you gain weight, and carbs in and of themselves do not make you gain weight. You gain weight when you are eating more calories than you are burning. You could do that by eating too much protein, too much fat, or too much carbs, but it is not the food group in and of itself that makes you gain weight, okay? It's eating too much of it. So I'm not to say that you can't do them and you couldn't cycle them in and there's not a place for them or whatever that may be, but for sustainability and a lifestyle, I don't think that, honestly, these are great ones, because in my experience, they're very hard to be compliant, adherent, and sustainable on those types of plans. So that's my 2 thoughts for it. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope before you pick a diet or a nutrition plan, don't just do it after having one shitty weekend of going out and maybe you binge too much, you drank too much, whatever it is, and Monday morning you're just gonna start something just because you've heard about it on Instagram. Do your research, look into it, figure out what it takes to actually be sustainable and adherent and compliant in that plan so that you can be successful, okay? Because there's nothing worse than getting started in a plan and you can't keep up with it and you feel like it's you, not the plan, okay? It's you. And it's not. It's the damn plan. The plan is not something for you. It doesn't work in your lifestyle. That's why you need to look for something else, okay? You didn't fail. The plan failed you. You need to find something else. So, all right, guys. Have a good day, and I hope this was helpful. You can find all my information either below or above, depending upon if you're watching this on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook. But a link is around you somewhere where you can find my free ebook. You can get my new Change Your Life, Change Your Habits program. All my info is right there, so check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.